Hi. So in this example, we are going to discuss logical fallacies. And sometimes logical fallacies are tricky, especially within if you take philosophy or communications, even speech and debate. Logical fallacies fall in so many aspects of our lives. And if you're just a consumer and you watch those funny commercials, that's because it's funny because they're using a logical fallacy to market their product. So we're just going to categorize a couple of things here. So the first one is about talking about a lawyer, right? And the lawyer says, my client is an integral part of this community. If he is sent to prison, not only will the city suffer, but he will mostly be missed by his family. You surely cannot find it in your hearts to reach a verdict other than not guilty. Notice that this lawyer did not identify any facts that made him innocent or not guilty. Notice that the lawyer decided to state how they this person would be missed by his family and find it in your hearts for forgiveness. That has nothing to do with the facts, right? So they're saying if you make a guilty verdict, then you're taking something away from his family and you don't have a good heart, right? This is exactly the definition of appeal to consequence. If you make that decision, you will suffer consequences. So, an appeal to consequence concludes that a premise is true or false based on whether the consequences are desirable or not. And desirable meaning emotional, right? So this lawyer was stating things that made you emotional, like, oh my God, he will be missed by his family, and I do have a good heart. But you know what? That has nothing to do with the facts. And so this would be appeal to consequence. It's almost like your parents asking you, did you do your homework? And you're like, if I said no, I'd get in trouble. That's appeal to consequence. So you would just say, yes, I did. Right? Yes, I did do my homework. Oh, okay, here's $5. So the next one is a different logical fallacy, and it talks about someone's work in the academic area, right? It says John Bardine's work at the Advanced Institute for Physics has progressed slowly, even his colleagues call him a plodder. Hence, it is prudent at present to not take seriously his current theory relating how strings constitute the smallest subatomic particles. So, this is the key thing is it's not to take seriously. So just because something takes time, does that mean it's not serious? For example, Newton and Leibniz or Einstein, they took their whole lives from when they were teenagers all the way till they passed away to prove anything in the science world. So just because it was slow doesn't mean it's irreputable. So this is an example of ad hominem. They're saying an ad hominem argues attacks the person making the argument, ignoring the argument itself. So instead of saying he's progressed slowly and therefore he doesn't have enough funding to continue his work or expedite his work, he has to do it slowly since he doesn't have the funds, right? That would be a logical argument. However, just saying that, oh, it's just taking him a long time and so it has to be reputable and it's wrong, then that's just has nothing to do with the work itself, but just attacking the person, and then we call this an ad hominem.